Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm glad to be here today with my dear friend Denise Creel, and we are at Easter
Easter
Seals.
Seals, Middle Georgia.
Yep. Hadn't talked with you since, well, we talk all the time, but on the air,
On the air, we haven't talked in a
we
while.
have not talked lately. But we've got our disability fair coming up October the 8th
That's right.
on Saturday, and I remember last year. It was such a good day. I remember leaving Buddy Ball and coming on
Coming
out
over
to the
here.
disability fair, and I guess I'll do the same thing this year. Huh?
You will. Buddy Ball is first, and then we'll start about noon. Last year we served over 300 people, so we're hoping this year to serve a little more.
Had some good entertainment.
We did. This year we've got some entertainment by a gentleman named Chris Taylor. He's an up-and-coming country singer, country artist, and he's donated his time for about an hour
Okay.
to come and provide entertainment for us. But we'll have some other entertainment as well.
Okay. Always good food.
Good food, Civitan Club's cooking for us. Heck yeah.
Yeah. And the Civitan, what a great tie-in because they help people with disabilities.
They do.
So
That's right.
what better fit than to have the Civitan there
That is it exactly. They
at
do.
the Civitan Fairground?
At
huh?
the Civitan Fairgrounds, you got it.
We'll tie it all together. Well, tell me, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the disability fair, but
Okay.
people watching us today, what is Easter Seals?
Easter Seals is a vocational rehabilitation center. And actually, nationally, if you look at it, Easter Seals does all things for people with disabilities. Here in Middle Georgia, we're a vocational rehabilitation center. And we serve about, through the year, we'll serve 400 people with disabilities and go from there. We do facility work adjustment, which is training children. And I say children, I know they'd probably cringe if I
That's right.
told a 16-year-old he was a child, but they start at age 16 and it's part of their school curriculum to come here. And then we go from there.
And this place is so big. We sit on the campus. I call it a campus because it looks like a university out here. The buildings are just everywhere. And I wonder if Miss Hooks, when she began this this
She had a
journey,
vision.
if she saw this, she had a vision. There's
She
no
had a
doubt
vision,
about
that's
it. And what a
right.
great woman. And I tell people, when she's been gone 100 years, the things she'd done in this community will still be carrying on.
True. Very true.
What's going on in all these buildings?
You're in what we know as Plant 1. Plant 1 houses our facility work adjustment program and our community work adjustment program offices. All the program offices are here. In the back, they do work for Husqvarna, a gentleman out of Atlanta that does spill kits, it's medical supplies. We have pallets back there in the wood shop. All kinds of things like that. Hands-on, stuff like that. And you see me trying to do it.
That's
I
right.
tell you what, some of
Yeah.
these,
They
some
don't
of the
want you
things they
back
do.
there.
No, some of the things they do back there, I couldn't do. I'd
Yeah,
nut up.
That's right. Yeah. But they do, and I've watched them many times, but work for Robbins Air Force Base.
Yes, that's done in Plant 2.
Yeah, and I have a dear friend of mine who watches this most of the time, Jerry Warren, if you're watching right now, works over at Robbins Air Force Base, and they brag on Easter Seals for that. First of all, the job you do, but what you do for our national security. The styrofoam that they put in the wings and the
foam
things
baffle
like that.
systems
That's right.
that go into the fuel systems of the C-130s.
So what a rewarding job done right here in Dublin,
We think so.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, well, we're on this set. We're in 100% agreement. How about how about that?
Oh.
Do the Easter Seals? What I grew up, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about. I'm giving you what about the size of it, but do they still exist? The little
Yes.
Easter Seals.
They do. We have the Easter seals. They come out once a year. They take, I don't want to say auditions, but they have people send in a sample of a lily, because that was the Easter seal symbol, was a lily, and people draw, and they pick various designs from those, and that's what they print up.
Okay. Now, what do you do here?
Well, I do development, marketing, and fundraising. I am the transportation coordinator. That's one of the programs that we have, because people with disabilities, they can't get a license or they can't get insurance, can't get a car and drive. And so we pick them up from home and bring them to work, and then we take them obviously from work back to home. Last year we furnished over 32,000 rides.
Wow.
And that lets them get out and work and earn money and be an asset to the community.
And we don't realize, and I've had people ask me before why I support Easter Seals, but you know, it's not hard to support Easter Seals, first of all, but
I don't
just
think
think we could need it tomorrow.
That's it.
I could be in a bad wreck.
Have a stroke, heart
That's
attack.
right. Anything could happen. And I could be dependent on Easter Seals. So,
There you go.
And we're thinking of worst case scenarios, I know, but you never know when one of your family members
true.
will need Easter Seals. So we need to support Easter Seals. But what a great program to furnish those rides. Because without that, so many of these people would not get to participate with it.
Over 100 would not get to participate, yes.
Yeah, how about that? Now, what about the apartments and the, I know over by Fred's you have some in other places. What's the purpose of those?
The apartments are allowing them to live independently on their own and do things just like you and I do. They have to budget. They go buy their own groceries. You know, I hate to buy groceries, but they love it. They love it. Yeah, I hate going to the grocery store. They plan trips. They go on vacations. Some of them never went outside of Lawrence County until they moved into that program. So that, I mean, you know, we're always going somewhere, but there's people that don't.
Yeah.
One of the apartment complexes is like a little bit more assistance is needed for them to live there, and then another one is a little bit less, assistance. But they have their own.
Okay. We're out here at Easter Seals. I'm talking to Denise Creel. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
There are many ways of doing business today.
Hello?
Call centers, mobile apps.
Right away.
But when it comes to what really matters, our way is pretty simple. To be there when you need us most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Or Insurance in Dublin is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Denise Creel. We're at Easter Seals. Been talking about the Disability Awareness Fair, but I want to ask you a few things. How is Easter Seals supported financially?
Easter Seals has contracts with federal and state governments, provides work. We also have contracts with other businesses, local businesses, business that are not local, that the work comes in here and we perform the work. We do the work. So if you're a contractor and you're looking for somewhere to send your work, don't send it to Mexico. Come see us first.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth?
Keep it at home. You know, a lot of people with disabilities, they may have a disability, but they sure do have a lot of ability. And that's one thing there that people can do.
Yeah, and through the years, I've taken many tours out here at the plants, the different plants, been to Eastman and Soperton, to all y'all's facilities. But, you know, I've watched through the years, and one's always stuck out to me. But years ago, I watched a man over here. He was a blind man, had a seeing-eye dog, and he was in a wheelchair. He taught me something that day.
What did he teach you?
Well, with those kind of handicaps, and he was making components, small components for something at the Air Force Base. And
Yeah, he was down at Flint too.
that's right. And, you know, I was thinking that day, I said, this man is blind. He's in a wheelchair. He needs his dog. He needed y'all to pick him up and take him home. But he had such an important function every day. So there's not a handicap out there. And of course, we don't have those handicaps. So we, as society, don't have an excuse not to work. When a man like that,
Right.
even though he needed assistance getting here and getting home, but think about it.
And I'll tell you, people with disabilities want to work.
Yes.
They want to work. They want a job. They want to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
And they'll work harder for you than some other
Yeah.
people will.
And they're being a part of it.
That's right.
Just, y'all need to listen, folks. I'm telling you, you need to listen to that because with these kind of disabilities and being able to be such an important member to society, being a part of our national security, making parts for Robins Air Force Base and many other things. But it just makes me proud to know that we have a place like Easter Seals in our community.
And we're proud to be in the Dublin community.
Yes.
We feel like we're home, and the people that work here feel like they're home when they come to work.
Yep, I agree. Is Easter Seals a nonprofit?
Yes, we are. 501c3.
Okay. So any donations or whatever,
Tax deductible, not tax-free, tax
deductible. So if we come out to the disability fair and want to do something, donate funds that day, just write a check to Easter Seals.
That's correct. Yes.
And 100% tax deductible.
Yes, that is correct. Just make sure that I know you want a receipt. Some people, I don't want a receipt. I'll use my check. But let me know if you want a receipt. We can certainly furnish one.
What about volunteers? Do you need those?
Oh yes. James, what you even asking me
that
that
question
for?
wasn't
Oh,
it?
yes. We can always use volunteers at our events. The folks that live in the apartments, they need volunteers to provide programs, help for, trips. I mean, all kinds of things. There's a lot of things that people could do if they just would. One of them, go to Kroger, sign up a Kroger Rewards, and put us on there as your charity of choice. All you got to do then is buy groceries.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Tell me that again now.
Kroger has a program. It's called Kroger Community Rewards. And what you do is you can do it online. You have your little Kroger card that you run through and you get the discount stuff. Okay. You sign up on their website and you go and you pick Easter Seals Middle Georgia as your charity of choice. Now, anybody in Georgia, South Carolina, and I think it's Florida, can support Easter Seals Middle Georgia. And you sign up. You have to sign up every September, but you can sign up. And then when you go buy groceries, you scan your card. Whatever your total is, we get a portion of that proceeds. No, it does not mess with your fuel points. I knew you were going to ask me that. Now, it doesn't mess with your fuel points.
Don't take my fuel point. No. She knows me too good. That's not
Doesn't
good.
mess with your fuel points.
That is not good right there.
But then we get part of the proceeds, and we get every quarter they'll mail us a check.
Wow.
So that's a good thing.
I'm doing that.
Do that.
I
please.
never knew that. See, I came here today not expecting to learn anything.
We can always learn something.
Yeah,
James.
well, I thought I knew a lot about Easter Seals. You taught me something new today. Well, tell me this, is Easter Seal services limited to certain disabilities?
No, all disabilities. The thing about it is when you say disability, it has to be documented because some of the contracts that we have require us to have documentation showing you have a disability.
Okay.
And that's what that falls under. Yes.
Okay, and what if my company, somebody watching us here today, wants to use Easter Seals? How does that work?
Please call us. Ken Carswell, Johnny Layton. They can help you. We can time study. Chris Council is down there in Plant 2. Joel is in Eastman. Jeff is in Soperton. Any of us would be glad to help you. If you don't remember who I just said, give me a call and I'll put you in the right direction.
And some of these other plants, I don't know if you still do. I know when I toured Soperton, I believe, they were making uniforms for the Navy.
Shirts, yes.
Shirts for the
Shirts,
Navy.
yes.
Now, that ought to give you great pride, knowing you come to work every day and you're supporting our military.
There we go, that's it.
And the men and women in the U.S. Armed Forces are wearing shirts.
Shirts made in Soperton, Georgia.
Yeah, made by Easter Seals,
That's
people
right.
with disabilities.
People with disabilities.
I mean, that's got to make you proud there.
Well, it makes me proud. It makes me proud to work here. I've been here 21 years. And it's just, you get a good feeling.
Yep.
You get a good feeling. When you go home, you get a good feeling.
We're up against another break. We're going to take another quick commercial break and come back and talk more about our Disability Awareness Fair coming up on October 8th. Stay with us. At Bank of Dudley, we may be the oldest bank in Lawrence County, but we're always ahead of the curve when it comes to technology. Drop by one of our 5 convenient locations today and let us show you how convenient we make online banking. Start paying your bills online today or make deposits right from your mobile device. Ask about our ACH services, which enables you to move money electronically with convenience, certainty, and cost savings. Bank of Dudley, East Dublin, Jeffersonville, Dudley, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Welcome back, everybody. As promised, I have with me Denise Creel with the Easter Seals of Middle Georgia, and we've been talking about all kind of things with Easter Seals. But coming up Saturday, October the 8th, we have a Disability Awareness Fair out at the Civitan Fairgrounds. And I know you have the bouncy rides and the food and the entertainment and all the good things that go with it, good food and all that. But it's also disability awareness. How are we going to make people aware?
October is Disability Month, so we want to promote the awareness. A lot of people do not realize what is here in the community that is offered to them for services. Easter Seal services. Fairview Park is going to be there to promote some of their things. The VA, several state agencies with the government, like vocational rehabilitation and places like that they have, they will be there. We're going to have medevac helicopter, so you can learn about the medevac services. Therapy dogs will be there to help with therapy. But this is mainly to spread awareness into our community for what's available, where you can go and get some service.
And I think we have spread some awareness here today on this show because we've talked about a wide variety of things that goes on here at this big old place. I don't know how many acres it covers, not only here, but Eastman and Soperton. And so many great things. In Soperton, you're out at the industrial park.
And the Little Ridge building.
And that's right. And I call it the old school or whatever.
I think that's what it used to be.
Yeah, I don't know why I call it. It was a school at one time, and it is old. But and down in Eastman, you are where?
Freeman Graham Road.
Okay.
Kind of out in the industrial park area.
Right.
But Freeman Graham Road.
And of course, we're on Kellum Road right here doing this show, and you'll see multiple buildings here. And we're gonna edit that right there.
Yeah.
No, you fine, brother. Don't you worry about it. We're gonna put you on television. Okay, just slide some B-roll over that right there. And but we're on multiple buildings here on Kellum Road. So if you come by Kellum Road, you'll see obviously the name on the side of one of the buildings. But so much activity going on here. And before we go, Denise, thank you for what you do for Easter Seals, and Wayne and Johnny and the whole staff. I hate
Robert
to start
and
calling.
Ken,
Yeah.
I start saying you're gonna miss some names if you start calling names.
That's right, because there's so many people here. I better throw Jill's name in there. She'll get mad at me, but since we go to church
She
together,
might. She might.
slap me around at church. But so many people are involved here, and we do appreciate all the people. We'll always memorialize Miss Hooks. It was her vision that started all this many years ago, and you'll see her name on the side of the building up here. But as I mentioned at the top of the show, that what she did for this community, I don't know if it'll ever end.
This is our 40th anniversary year.
40 years.
40 years that we've been in the Dublin community.
Wow, that is great. So we want you to come out October the 8th to the Disability Awareness Fair. Buddy Ball is that morning. It gets kicked off at Southern Pines at 10:45, and once Buddy Ball breaks off, like we did last year, we're all going to bring, because I saw the same people at Buddy Ball, and then all of us just kind of took off in a convoy coming out to the Civitan
Coming out to the
Fairground.
Civitan Fairgrounds, yes.
So we encourage
lots of
everybody,
things
don't
there.
we, Denise, to be a part of Buddy
Please.
Ball. What a great tie-in.
Please. It's Buddy Ball is we're lucky that we have it.
Yes.
And we're lucky that we have somebody that will promote it and do it and handle it. So
Yeah.
that's good for the kids.
Absolutely. We thank you, Denise. We thank Michelle Hageson,
That's
who
right.
takes care of the Buddy Ball part. And if you can't be there, we encourage you to. You can watch it all here, right here on TV 35, because we're going to spend the day playing Buddy Ball, and of course the rest of the day at the Disability Awareness Fair. But it's October the 8th, starting at 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock at the Dublin Civitan Fairground.
See it?
Denise, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Okay, and thank you for joining us today.